Writing software happens in a bubble. A developer writes and tests a new feature on a personal machine, operating in an isolated, highly customized environment. When that code leaves the laptop and hits a production server, it encounters different operating systems, slightly altered file paths, and missing software libraries. The result is an immediate crash, followed by the most famous excuse in programming: "Well, it works on my machine." This failure is known as environment drift. For decades, overcoming this drift meant organizing Friday night deployment parties. Exhausted engineers manually copied files, ran custom scripts, and crossed their fingers that they didn't skip a step on a massive wiki checklist. When humans manually move code, the mistakes scale. In 2012, a technician at Knight Capital missed a single server while manually deploying an update. The resulting glitch flooded the market with erratic trades, vaporizing $440 million in 45 minutes. Writing code is rarely the hardest part of software engineering. The real threat is the fragile, human-driven logistics required to get that code onto a live server. To remove those human hands entirely, engineering teams use a CI/CD pipeline. It acts as an automated mechanical assembly line for software. Once a developer hits save, machines handle the rest of the journey. The process begins at the source stage. When a developer merges a new line of code into the main repository, a digital trigger called a webhook fires, instantly waking up an automated pipeline runner in the cloud. The runner moves to the build stage. Here, a tool like Docker takes the raw code and locks it together with the exact system libraries and dependencies it needs to function. It wraps everything into a single, immutable package called a container. Because the container holds its own internal environment, it behaves identically whether it lands on a testing laptop or a massive cloud server. The "works on my machine" excuse is neutralized. This first half of the assembly line is called continuous integration. By automating the build process, teams stop hunting down missing files and spend their time evaluating the actual quality of the software. Once the container is built, it enters the test stage. The pipeline acts as a ruthless quality inspector, throwing automated trials at the code to see if it breaks under pressure. The runner executes hundreds of unit tests to check individual functions. It scans for known security vulnerabilities and checks compilation sizes. If a single metric fails, the pipeline halts immediately, preventing the defect from moving forward. If the container passes every inspection, the pipeline reaches a fork. The CD in CI/CD stands for two distinct operational philosophies. The first path is continuous delivery. The code is packaged, tested, and perfectly staged for release, but it stops at a final physical gate. A human manager must manually review the changes and click an Approve button to send it to the users. The second path is continuous deployment. Here, the final human gate is removed entirely. If the code passes all the automated tests, it drops directly onto the live production servers instantly. Flipping the switch to continuous deployment means that an engineering team has built a test suite so rigorous that they trust the machines to authorize a release over a human. Pushing code straight to production presents one final physical challenge: updating the underlying software without disconnecting the millions of users currently clicking around the application. Instead of overriding the active server, orchestrators use a blue-green deployment. They boot up the new code on a parallel green server and seamlessly switch the traffic over from the old blue one. If the new code triggers an error rate spike, the system detects it and instantly routes traffic back to the old server. The users barely notice. With these automated safeguards in place, big tech companies handle massive volume. Netflix, for example, ships over 100 updates per team every single day without interrupting a single video stream. A developer can merge a bug fix, step away for lunch, and return knowing the pipeline has safely compiled, tested, and shipped their work globally. CI/CD strips away the friction of software delivery. It turns deployment from a terrifying late-night gamble into a quiet, continuous heartbeat of modern iteration.